You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily here on Citi TV. Now, one of the best ways to bridge cultures, to put cultures together, to tell our stories is through movies, through film. And guess what's happening right here in the country? The Accra Indie Film Fest is happening. And guys, it's been amazing. It's so far. We're going to have a conversation about it and give you enough reason for you to patronize this particular film fest if you haven't already, and if you have, why you should stick with it. All right. So in studio with me is Evan Egan, founder and chief. Oh, okay. I was going to give you a chief executive. As founder and executive director, Accra Indie Film Fest. And I know I'm going to butcher this name, but I'm going to try my best. Yeah.
Okay.
Wamaka Chikezie. Also, she is a filmmaker from Nigeria. Lady and gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to shoot straight into the film fest.
Yes,
Because,
let's
I
go.
mean, the people are poised. They are eager to know more.
Awesome.
It's been happening already. It began on July 31st. That was Monday.
Yes.
Right. Tell us about the film fest. I mean, the concept behind it and how it's gone so far.
It's been amazing. So, Accra Indie Film Fest, we started the festival in 2019, so this year actually marks the 5th edition of the festival. And we put it together as to just create a community for young and emerging filmmakers to be able to just come out and have conversation, talk about how the industry has been for us. And our concentration has been on short films because we believe in the power that short films do have. Being able to create a new platform or opportunity for emerging filmmakers. It's easier for emerging filmmakers to be able to produce short films as compared to feature films. You can use it to introduce yourself into the new into the industry. It has so many advantages, and we recognize the fact that if we really want to build the industry to the point where we want, we need to take care of the foundation to make sure that they're able to grow and spring out to fill the spots that we want it to be. And I mean, starting in 2019 has been super amazing. This year, marking the 5th edition, we created a lot of activities, which included film screenings, masterclass sessions, industry conversations. So that's what has been happening since Monday to today. And as we are talking right now, at 10 a.m., we have an acting masterclass, which is going to be facilitated by Amaki Abibrese and Dr. Kurokuma from the School of Performing Arts. And after that, we'll get into another industry conversation on film, literature, and copyright. And then in the evening, we go back to film screening, which we call the open air cinema experience.
Amazing.
And from there through to Saturday. So it's going to be amazing time and experience.
Wow. For you as an organizer, the way you're excited about it, I wonder what the patrons do then.
Exactly.
How do you feel it?
I said on Friday, which is tomorrow, we have the music concert. I am going there as a fan, not as an organizer. Nobody should call me when you see me jamming. So yeah,
I agree with you. But Wamaka, you are participating, right?
Yes.
Is this your first time?
With the Accra Film Festival, International Festival. Yes, it is my first time. It's also my first time in Accra, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's been. I had an expectation because my film had done quite some festivals before now. So, but because I'm drawn to indigenous stories, I specifically try to get into some festivals within Africa, and Accra Indie Fest. There's this thing that you do when it's festival. It looks like you're communicating with people outside, but with the communication with the festival, it felt like I was just going from one state to another. It didn't feel like I was moving out of my terrain, and it felt good. So I since Monday, I've felt at home, which is great. And I mean, the concert, everybody's looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to jamming.
But how do you expect it to influence your work as a filmmaker when it's all said and done?
So the goal is to network. There's this thing that, especially with young African filmmakers and the globalization of the world, we always look out. So from Nigeria, we want to go to Hollywood, partner with Hollywood, but then we forget that there's power and there's strength in our diversity. So if I can partner with Ghana, Hollywood, it gives us more rooted ground to kind of negotiate with the West and stuff. So that was, so moving forward, I think all the connections I'm making here is going to be utilized, because again, I'm drawn to indigenous stories. It takes one to tell their own story, and if we don't tell our story, they're going to come and tell it for us.
In their own way.
Yeah, and we'll complain all the time. And so that's one of the key things I'm looking to take out from the festivals, just our collective human connection that I'm going to take out, and
Great stuff. Well, Evan, I mean, you spoke about a number of activities as part of the festival. One thing stood out for me, the masterclass. Who are some of the names we've put together to help facilitate the masterclass? Yeah,
so we had 2 masterclasses for this year. We had directing your first short film, because we believe that there are people who are trying to, I always say that because of the kind of films we're exposed to, people think making a short film is the same as making a feature film or making a TV series. They don't know that it comes with its own structure. So we put together a masterclass which was facilitated by Ambrose B. Cook, and then we have an acting masterclass which is going to be facilitated by Amakia Rese and Dr. Ekwe Kuma from the School of Performing Arts, which is going to happen at 10 a.m. this morning at the Alliance Française. So if you're watching us and you want to catch up, the space is quite limited. So if you're not lucky, by the time you get there, the place is full.
How many people would you have already?
I mean, it's because they want it to be as practical as possible. They restricted the numbers to very limited so that they can get the greater impact. But beyond that, we actually have a incubator film program that we called AI Film Arts, which is one of the activities that we do before the festival itself, where we put emerging filmmakers together, we train them within 1 week, and we task them to produce short film based on the experience that they have learned through the process. And we started in 2019. Last year we did Ghana, we did Ghana, UK, so there was a co-production collaboration between emerging filmmakers here in Ghana and screenwriters in the UK. We did the same thing this year, which was between Ghana, Nigeria, and Uganda. So we had that program and co-production collaboration between filmmakers here in Ghana, screenwriters in Nigeria and Uganda, and it was an amazing experience, and we look forward to seeing which other country we're going to do next. We're open for more collaborations.
I know you spoke about the concept behind the entire festival and all, but I want you to dwell on the mission, the main objective, what we seek to achieve at the end of the day with the festival.
I think there was something interesting that we have not probably communicated it directly to people, but when she mentioned that communicating with AIF feels like a community, like a home, because the goal is we don't want to see people coming to the festival as festival participants. You come and you go. We want it to feel like a community, like a home, where she can go to Nigeria and go, oh, when is our next festival coming up? Not when is your next festival coming up? And we have had that. Last year we had filmmakers from Uganda coming in, and they can literally call you, oh, how is our festival coming? How is that? So getting that opportunity makes it feel that organic collaboration, or the community that we want to have with emerging filmmakers in Ghana, in other countries, being that prevalent for everybody to see. So being able to achieve that, for me, I think is one of the things that I think is amazing about the festival, that everybody who has been able to participate in the festival feels like this is real people doing something genuinely for the growth of emerging filmmakers. So yeah, for me, that's one of the ultimate goals. Beyond the collaborations and exposures and the film and the awards and everything, this is one of the key things that I'm personally looking forward to.
Mwamaka, as a filmmaker, Nigerian filmmaker, participating in this particular fest here in Accra, how different and how similar are we?
It's like we're different and similar at the same time.
Exactly.
It's different because it's chill here. In Nigeria, it's very aggressive.
Yeah.
It's because maybe because numbers, but I feel like there's a camaraderie. Everybody feels. I had a conversation yesterday with some guys, and they're like, so when someone is making a film, you feel like your brother is making a film. That's different because in Nigeria, you're making a film, we're working for you. It's business.
Okay.
So that's the difference. But the similarities is that I'm here half of the time. Only you know I'm not Ghanaian once I tell you my name.
Okay.
And that was really cool. As opposed to showing up in a different country when you just show up, everybody's looking at you like,
who's this?
But here it's like until I say my name, people are like, oh, you're not Ghanaian.
Right.
And so in that we are similar, and we can utilize that more because as a Nigerian, I would want to make a film here, and not think about it as making a film in a different country or finding, because so I just pack up, come here and tell your story and go back. And it's not even like making a film as in Nigeria. No, making a film rooted here in Ghana and then going back home and showing the people this is something I made. So in terms of the differences and similarities, here is chiller than back home. It's still, they have conversations, there's no bass booze.
Nice. So it's happening at the Alliance Française. Yes. And of course, we're wrapping it up on Saturday. Yes. On Saturday with the concerts.
No.
When is the concert?
The concert is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Friday. Oh,
yes,
the holiday.
We do have yes, a holiday. And so that's we have the open air cinema experience tonight, which is the move-a-thon, if we can put it, because we have about 15 sets of short films that we're screening back to back.
Nice,
and then maybe unless last year, I mean, for experience from last year, that we literally had to beg the audience that can we please close and come back the next day. So we're looking forward to that experience. And then that will just usher us into tomorrow's. Tomorrow we have two activities. We have one industry conversation on women representation in film in the afternoon at 12, and then in the evening we go into the music concert, and we wrap it up with the closing in our ceremony on Saturday. All
right, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Evan Egan is founder and executive director, Accra Indie Filmfest. Is a filmmaker from Nigeria, and she's participating in this year's edition of the Accra Indie Film Fest. Great stuff. You'd want to show up, you'd want to enjoy some. So find your way to the Alliance Française here in Accra around the airport. It's free.
It's free, absolutely. Free.
Guys, let's go and chill.